Alright, this one is heavy. After weeks of non-stop headlines, rumors, and viral speculation, JD Vance has officially broken down following reports that his wife, Usha, has filed for divorce in the aftermath of the Erika Kirk scandal. We're talking about a man who's been at the center of one of the most controversial political meets pop culture stories of the year, and now it looks like it's finally caught up to him. According to sources close to the family, JD's been emotionally wrecked ever since Usha's decision went public. He's been keeping a low profile, skipping events, and apparently struggling to deal with the public fallout of what's being called the most dramatic conservative scandal of 2025. But what actually led to this? Was it the viral hug that started it all? Did Erika Kirk's growing media presence create pressure JD couldn't escape? Or was this marriage already on thin ice before the cameras even got involved? In this video, we're going to break it all down, from the moment the scandal began to the heartbreaking fallout that's left JD facing the biggest personal and political crisis of his life. Let's take it back to the exact moment this entire thing went off the rails. The Turning Point USA event in Oxford, Mississippi. Erika Kirk was on stage, emotional, poised, and still dealing with the grief of losing her husband, Charlie Kirk. JD Vance was the guest of honor, and what happened next became one of the most dissected 15 seconds of video footage on the internet. After introducing JD, Erika gave him a long, intimate hug, one that instantly felt different. You could almost sense the tension. Her hand lingered, his expression shifted. It wasn't just a quick, respectful embrace. It felt loaded, emotionally charged. Social media exploded within hours. People were posting screenshots, zoomed-in clips, slowed-down videos. Comments like, "That wasn't just a hug," and "Look at her face, she's smitten," started flooding every platform. But what really pushed it over the edge were Erika's words just seconds before that hug. She said, "I see some similarities between my husband Charlie and JD Vance." That's when everyone lost it. Because if you're a widow, still grieving, and you say something like that about another married man, especially one with political ambitions, people are going to start asking questions. And those questions spread like wildfire. Once that clip went viral, the internet basically turned into an army of amateur detectives. People started comparing Erika's recent interviews, analyzing her tone, and pointing out the ways she'd been acting on camera. One viral post claimed that Erika had been auditioning for her next chapter, implying she might be positioning herself for a bigger public role, and maybe even using JD to get there. Then came the rumors that JD and Erika had been in touch privately for months. Some reports claimed they'd exchanged messages about faith, politics, and mutual understanding after Charlie's death. Others said they'd been seen together at private events. No hard proof, just whispers. But in today's world, whispers travel faster than facts. And while JD stayed silent, Usha Vance was reportedly watching everything unfold, quietly, but not calmly. Sources close to Usha say that the viral footage was just the final straw. Apparently, this wasn't the first time she'd felt uneasy about JD's relationship with other figures in the conservative movement. But seeing her husband trending online, in headlines alongside a grieving widow, was too much. Usha, who's known for being incredibly private, reportedly told friends that she felt humiliated, that no matter what JD said, the optics were inescapable. She stopped attending public events with him, pulled back from social gatherings, and according to one insider, made it very clear she was done pretending everything was okay. Behind closed doors, tensions exploded. JD reportedly tried to explain that the hug was nothing, a misunderstanding, but Usha wasn't having it. She told him, "You knew exactly how that would look." And from that point forward, things between them were never the same. Now, JD did try to contain the situation. A few days after the backlash reached a fever pitch, he made a carefully worded statement during a conservative talk radio interview. He didn't mention Erika by name, but everyone knew who he was talking about. He said, "People will always twist moments out of context, but I know my heart, and my focus is my family." That's it. That's all he said, and the internet tore it apart. Commenters called it cold, deflective, and insincere. Some even joked that it sounded like a ChatGPT apology. Others defended him, saying he was trying to take the high road and not throw anyone under the bus. But the one person whose opinion mattered most, Usha, apparently didn't buy it. Reports say she saw the interview, told a friend she felt embarrassed again, and started seriously looking into separation. Fast forward a few weeks, and the rumor turned real. Multiple outlets reported that Usha had filed for divorce in Ohio. The documents were sealed, but a source familiar with the case told The Hill that the marriage had been deteriorating long before this. For JD, it was a devastating blow. He'd spent years building this image, the perfect conservative family man, the faith-driven senator with a grounded, loyal wife by his side. That image was now shattered in front of millions of people. And when reporters asked for comment, JD didn't respond. His team went dark. No statements, no denials, just silence. That's when the phrase JD Vance breaks down started popping up in headlines. According to multiple sources, JD's been emotionally unwell since the divorce news broke. He's reportedly canceled several private meetings, skipped political events, and hasn't been seen in public since midweek. A staffer told a journalist that he's barely speaking to anyone. Now, to be clear, this isn't the dramatic movie-style breakdown people imagine. No tearful press conferences or screaming matches. It's more like exhaustion, a complete emotional shutdown. One insider put it perfectly. JD's built his whole identity around control, controlling his story, his image, his family life, and now he's lost control of everything at once. And honestly, that's the kind of fall from grace that makes people stop scrolling. Because when you see a powerful man crumble, it's not just gossip anymore. It's a reckoning. Now, let's talk about Erika Kirk, because her silence right now is deafening. After JD's breakdown rumors surfaced, many expected Erika to issue some sort of statement, clarifying her relationship with him, expressing sympathy, something, but she hasn't said a single word. The last time Erika spoke publicly was during an interview with NDTV, where she said, "Cameras are analyzing my every move. I can't even grieve in peace." And that one quote has basically become her shield. She's using it as a way to avoid addressing the controversy directly. But silence has consequences, because while she's staying quiet, the internet is filling in the blanks, connecting dots that may not even exist. The narrative has now flipped from Erika caught up in scandal to Erika ruined a marriage. Whether that's fair or not, that's how it's playing out online. Once the divorce news broke, social media absolutely blew up. TikTok edits flooded timelines, clips of JD and Erika side by side, emotional music playing in the background, captions like, "He lost everything for this." One viral post on X read, "Usha Vance is the picture of grace. She walked away with her dignity while JD played politics with his heart." It got nearly 2 million views. Even conservative influencers started turning on him. Some accused him of betraying traditional values, while others called the coverage overblown nonsense. But the overwhelming consensus? People felt bad for Usha, because while JD and Erika are public figures, Usha didn't ask for any of this. She's a private woman, now being dragged into one of the loudest internet scandals of the year. JD's personal crisis has now bled into his political life, big time. His approval ratings in his home state reportedly dropped 5 points in a single week. That's unheard of for a non-criminal scandal. Donors are reportedly nervous, according to Politico, and a few conservative PACs have quietly distanced themselves from his 2028 presidential ambitions. Because here's the thing, politics isn't just about power anymore. It's about perception. And when your family life starts unraveling on camera, voters start questioning everything else about you. As one strategist put it, it's not the scandal that kills you, it's the way you handle it. And JD hasn't exactly handled it gracefully. So what's happening between JD and Erika right now? According to insiders, JD hasn't spoken to her since the divorce news broke. Their last communication was reportedly through intermediaries handling damage control. Some speculate that Erika's team warned her to maintain distance, fearing association with JD during his emotional breakdown could make things worse for both of them. Others think JD himself cut off contact, realizing that continuing communication would only fuel the narrative that something more was going on. Either way, that friendship, whatever it was, appears to be completely over. While JD's been spiraling, Usha has been quietly regaining control of her own narrative. She's reportedly reconnected with colleagues, focusing on her legal career again, and has been seen spending time with family in California. Friends describe her as composed but firm. One insider said, "She's not out for revenge. She's out for peace." That's what's resonating with people. She's not going on talk shows, not posting emotional statements, she's just moving forward. And in today's culture, that kind of silence speaks louder than any interview ever could. Usha's become the unexpected main character of this scandal, not because she sought attention, but because she handled it with dignity, while everyone else lost control. Now, as for JD, sources say he's taking time off to reset. That's code for damage control behind the scenes. Some insiders claim he's been meeting with faith leaders and PR strategists, trying to refocus his message before the next election cycle. Others say he's just trying to process everything emotionally before deciding what's next. Either way, JD's public image has taken a hit that won't be easy to repair. Once your family drama becomes trending content, you can't just pivot back to politics like nothing happened. The public remembers. This whole situation says something bigger about modern politics. It's no longer just about policy or leadership. It's about perception, relationships, and the narrative people build around you. JD Vance's story is now a case study in how fast public trust can collapse, not because of what you do behind closed doors, but because of what the internet thinks you did. He's gone from a rising star to a cautionary tale in less than a month. What do you think? Was JD's downfall inevitable, or did the internet go too far this time? And do you think Erika Kirk had any real role in this, or is she just another name caught in the chaos? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications, because trust me, this story isn't done yet.